we have the crisis here. The Tablighi Jamaat case had caused a nationwide problem. Just before the very announcement of the lockdown, the Tablighi Jamaat had held one of their meets in Delhi between 1st to 21st March, causing a widespread of the coronavirus, over 4,000 cases. The Tablighi Jamaat has received widespread criticism from the Muslim community for holding the congregation despite a ban on public gatherings being issued by the government of Delhi on the 13th of March. Now, Shashi Tharoor has made very strong press statements alleging the BJP party for leaking personal information of all Muslims present in the locality near where the Tablighi Jamaat was held. He states that the BJP has leaked information such as their addresses and identities to local or unofficial BJP workers to cause an obstruction in case any of them come out of their houses. There have already been 5 cases reported of grave injury caused to Muslim youngsters, which Shashi Tharoor claims has been done by the BJP workers. OIC was outraged by such discriminative behavior of the government that he went to an extent of calling the BJP government anti-national, to which the BJP reacted, stating that OIC had also influenced many commoners to join the Tablighi Jamaat. Narendra Modi denies leaking such information to an unauthorized organization. However, Yogi Adityanath stated that agar ye sach hota to bhi theek hai, it is anyway the need of the hour.
Arvind Kejriwal, you mentioned that I was one of the reasons for the spreading of the pandemic. May I state that after the conference of the Jamaat, of the Tablighi Jamaat at Delhi, I was one of the most aggressive people who condemned the Tablighi Jamaat for gathering after the government stated that no public gatherings were supposed to take place. And I again implore you to question yourself as to why then the Delhi government or the Delhi police force not react when 16,500 people were gathering in Delhi.
Yes, good morning, Chair. What I want to share is that this is a very sensitive case and it completely goes for a blame on BJP government, which is a very risky situation. So the president had asked me to take up this case and investigate further. On further investigation, we questioned few localites who had claimed that they saw the BJP local workers. On detailed scrutiny, we got to know that it was not the BJP workers who had done this. It was indeed the Congress workers. And a few of them were Keralites, so which gives us a strong suspicion towards Shashi Tharoor. And we have taken up this case with extreme sincerity, and we are 200% sure that this information is credible and you can go with this. It was not.
Regarding the sad news of OIC's son, I made a statement. This incident is substantiating my argument that the life of Muslims in this country is in danger, and we may have more and more cases during BJP's rule. In Congress regime, there was no cases or no killings for the minorities. So the minorities had nothing to worry about. And about the CBI report, I ridicule it and completely reject it. I'm sure that CBI is a puppet in the hands of BJP government. No surprise they came out with such a report. This country is no longer safe for Muslims and other minorities.
When we talk about Shashi Tharoor, it is really shocking, Shashi Tharoor, to see that you had made such strong allegations towards BJP when it was a party that you are part of, and that CBI is suspicious of you organizing all this. Now, other thing is that I know there's a huge need of power in India, but the fact that it went to such an extent, it is not acceptable. And I would like to make a correction to my tweet that there is an outrageous behavior expected, but it is by Congress who have stood so low.
And as far as Shashi Tharoor goes, he is only a suspect, and until he is proven guilty, I am not going to blame him for my son's death, because from what I have seen, from what I have heard, and from what I know, BJP is known for its political games. And who is to say that the CBI was not fooled? Because come on, how many times has BJP played such games?
OIC did not publicly influence the people to join the Tablighi Jamaat during the pandemic. And about the crisis update, I cannot make any strong statements right now as Shashi Tharoor is still under investigation, and until we get more solid evidence, I cannot make any.
But one thing I must say, the BJP is not trying to fool anyone. This is a serious death of a 10-year-old boy. And as far as Rahul Gandhi's statement goes about not trusting the CBI, the most trustable source in this country, if he cannot trust the CBI, then I feel sorry for him since he cannot trust anyone in his entire life. Now, Shashi Tharoor's statement about blaming us about leaking personal information, including addresses of people, but now the suspicion is back to him. It was irresponsible of the opposition to cause such a chaos across the country. Because Shashi Tharoor's one false statement, Sultanuddin Owaisi is no more. See what can happen if one delegate just wants to go in the image of our Honorable Prime Minister. Lives are lost. If this chaos had not been created, Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi's son would have still been alive. Now I know that it is not confirmed that Shashi Tharoor is the reason of this, but there is still a high chance of it. I will not assign blame without proof, but the sole reason was that Shashi Tharoor had made one false statement and caused ruckus in the nation. It is a shame that Shashi Tharoor alleged us while he is the most possible perpetrator of this crime.
Congress has always tried to interfere every time BJP has tried to do good for this country, because Congress has always brought in the Hindu-Muslim agenda, be it the current agenda, Uniform Civil Code. They have always tried to adopt the policy of dividing Muslims and Hindus. And now they have stooped so low to have, now the blood of a 10-year-old is in their hands. So let me tell you, Uniform Civil Code will be implemented, no matter what.
Now the government has made me a suspect. They have made me a suspect again? Well, of course, this is not the first time. I have been accused of my own wife's murder. I loved her too dearly to even scold her. Kerala, my homeland, what has been called the land of... Let me tell you something, parliamentarians. I will not murder a child in my motherland. A Bangladeshi once stated, India is a country in which a cow is more safer than a Muslim. We cannot promote made in India outside while promoting hate in India. Many people believe Narendra Modi has created a poisonous atmosphere to the minorities as well as the Muslims. Modi has worn a mask and left all the others to die. Well, this is from me to Narendra Modi. You have blood on your hands, Modi. Don't try to wash it off on me.
Also reevaluate the inheritance adoption and laws pertaining to other things that are not respecting the Article 14. Now we affirm to not abolish or formulate unnecessary laws that interfere so as to not interfere with Article 25 of the Constitution. Barkhadar, can you continue?
So the debate was that UCC shouldn't be passed because it's violating Article 25, but it's under the government jurisdiction to make laws pertaining to religious or secular activities if it doesn't follow public order and morality. And that's why we have written that it affirms not to abolish or formulate any unnecessary laws that interfere with Article 25.
We have added this clause that says condemns any kind of, strongly condemns any organization or individual to manipulate or compel individuals to join or take part in any religious or social activity against their will. Then we also trust the opposition parties and other organizations that they will respect and understand the Uniform Civil Code and also assist the government in maintaining a state of peace and peace, welfare and unity.
Yeah, I would like to also add another point to that. We also trust that the opposition party understands that by implementing the Uniform Civil Code, people will have something common within their religions, and they'll be able to understand each other's religions. So the fact that yes, we do have something in common. Narendra Modi.
Now we also express our regret if the law that is formulated hurts or disagrees with any individual's personal opinion, and we hope they will understand that it is eventually for the betterment of the nation.
Delegate of Singapore, are you ready to? You have the floor.
As you all know, Singapore was a global success story in its response to the coronavirus outbreak. But due to the cramped dormitories, which the government didn't see, coronavirus cases have increased in Singapore. So the delegate of Singapore believes that few steps can be taken to decrease the rate of COVID-19 cases. Firstly, Singapore must take the initiative to send as much as migrants back to their respective countries, as most migrants want to be with their families during the corona pandemic. The migrants who cannot afford the flight tickets, Singapore must take the initiative to provide free flights which are cleaned with social distancing arrangements in the flight itself. Singapore should make this a point possible by the bilateral connection of Singapore with their respective nations they will be sending the migrants to. The migrants who don't want to go back to their respective nations, Singapore must provide with spacious dorms and rooms. This can be made possible by providing them with shelter in empty buildings such as schools. They must provide large-scale testing and healthy food. Singapore must also provide the migrants with small wages so that they can sustain, they can be able to afford.
Thank you, Delegate. Sorry, I wasn't keeping track. Thank you, Delegate.
Delegate Italy.
Are there any points of orders in that speech? Yes, Delegate of United Kingdom. To what point?
I would like to raise a point of logical fallacy.
Yes, Delegate.
The delegate of Singapore mentioned that the workers should be paid low wages in order to. He meant minimum wages, if I'm not wrong.
Delegate of Singapore, please answer.
Yeah, so the delegate of United Kingdom, what the delegate of Singapore meant was that the government should be able to pay the migrants who are in poverty right now with at least some minimum wages by which they can afford to buy food and so on.
Thank you, Delegate. Delegate of UK, are you satisfied? Delegate of UK, okay.
One points order on the speech. Sanjana, any more points of orders or anything on that speech? Alright, next delegate of Italy.
Yeah.
You ready?
Italy was the major affected country of in the European. Also, the work which took time to sustain this spreading of coronavirus, but there is some stability now. So we have to continue with the workers because they have to sustain their livelihood. Also that they have also we can't stop with the country's economy because then if there is more COVID-19 crisis, there will be no enough money to sustain the more spreading of corona. Also, if there is because there is migrant workers working, there should be strict social distancing maintained, and also a mask should be provided, and sanitization is needed at least twice a day so that to ensure more safety of Can I continue?
Your time is up.
Am I audible?
Delegate, your time is up.
Thank you.
Are there any points of orders on that speech? Are there any points of orders on that speech? Delegates, I just wanted to tell, you're discussing how you're going to stop the spread of coronavirus to all your migrant neighbors. You're going on very generic solutions.
So, delegates, are there any motions on the floor?
Yes, Delegate of USA's motion.
Motion to start GSL.
Okay, Delegate, that is in order. Are there any other motions on the floor? Seeing none, we'll be now voting on Delegate of USA's motion. All those in favor?
United States.
Speak up your name, please.
United Kingdom.
Israel.
Saudi Arabia.
Will Chair, good morning and salam alaikum. The tensions between US and Iran could lead to a slower global growth or even recession. It could cause a broad economic financial shock. It will cause a lot of loss of civilians and military persons. Since the tensions are rising, it needs to be taken care today. Iraq remains in the middle between the two countries as a battleground. Iraqis are furious that the United States violated our country's sovereignty by carrying out airstrikes on Iraqi soil.
Note all of this down. Saudi Arabia's biggest oil refinery, named Saudi Aramco, burned down due to riots caused by Houthi rebels. They are originally from Yemen, but they are funded and have a strong support from Tehran and North Korea. Aramco is the biggest oil refinery in this world. Aramco stands for Arabian American Oil Company. It is estimated to have around 270 billion barrels in reserve. Now, as per recent news, half of it has already burned down. And if the fire continues, Aramco will completely be exhausted, which will not only cause a huge loss to Saudi Arabia, but also the United States of America. As America usually depends on Aramco for oil, not only America, other countries also. And if the oil gets completely exhausted, USA will face a huge economic crisis. Thank you, delegates.
This gives us great grief as the world's oil chain shall be choked and a large hike in oil prices. Though, however, as representative of Iran, I know that my country shall go through different stages and tensions shall rise in the Middle East. Yet, I feel that the Houthis' act was virtuous and that it is an act of revenge. After the recent tensions between Yemen and Saudi in 2015, as in August, such an example is when in August 9, 2018, a fighter jet dropped a bomb in Dahiyan, Yemen, killing 40 children on a school bus. Many such incidents have occurred after the recent tensions of 2015. And the most suspicious case is the bombs that were dropped were American-made by Lockheed Martin Corporation, as the serial number 94271 was double verified by an American arms maker. Here, this gives us doubt to question that is USA also partially responsible for these loss. Thank you.
Can we start the update first, please? Sorry. On investigations, CIA comes to a conclusion that Iran has asked the Houthi rebels to fight. While fighting burned down the Aramco oil refinery, Iran has framed the entire situation. Donald Trump is furious.
We have had enough of toleration from Iran, and our peace will not be taken as our weakness, and we are done with Iran's absurd and anti-Israel policies, and we are very happy to support US in any of its movements. Thank you.
Yeah. So firstly, Iran would confine the Strait of Hormuz, causing Saudi's currency to drop. Then we shall wait for a certain period of time until the Saudis are ready to surrender themselves to us, and then we shall draw a peace treaty. And we shall also specify very clearly that we have access to all of the nuclear technology and get rights to establish a military base in there.
I, King Jong-un, am going to support Iran in this war, and all the nuclear facilities will be allowed for their usage. and we will completely help them.
So far, the delegate of Iran has cooked up enough stories. He's apparently played extremely well with certain numbers. But our stand is crystal clear. Either Iran is ready to comply with us, or Iran will be hit with the worst economic sanctions possible. Once again, Iran, we will bring you down to your knees.
We have now
just
typed
want you
resolution and all.
to talk with all the delegates of Iran committee, and both the blocks please discuss among yourselves and write a list of the conclusion you've come between yourselves and read it out to us so that we know both the countries agree to the statements written in that agreement to prevent any further fights between both the countries.
Hence, the resolution successfully passes. And great committee, guys. Committee's motive is full.
Efforts will be made to make the Pope understand about the current crisis, and that is how important it is for people to stay at their homes as well as maintain social distancing. Does that answer your question?
I think yes.
Okay.
Fine, fair
Yeah,
enough.
fine.
Again, North Korea. Your question?
The delegate of Italy has not made any mention on 2 points. Number one is the sanitation of the areas in and around the church. As we all know that the coronavirus still remains active on surfaces for a couple of days. So I think that's an important point that delegate of Italy had to mention.
Good question.
Secondly,
No, delegate, only one question.
okay. Okay, could the delegate of Italy answer my first question?
Yes, delegate of Italy, go on.
Can you please repeat your question? Actually, your voice is breaking.
Yes, sure. So the delegate of Italy has made no mention related to the sanitation of the areas in and around the church. The coronavirus still remains active on the surfaces for a couple of days. So what do you want to say about this? You have made no mention about regarding this issue.
I apologize that I didn't make any mention, but then I said efforts will be taken, and by various means I mentioned that, so I guess it's included in those.
Need to follow up?
No, delegate, that was fair enough.
Okay.
Pardon me, but who else did I delegate? Who else did I recognize for asking a question? India, did I recognize you?
Yes, you did.
Okay, did you ask a question, India?
Yeah, I just asked a question.
Okay, my
Like
bad.
right before.
Mexico, you were recognized, right? Yeah, my bad. Go on with the question.
You, the delegate of Italy, you actually know that the current situation of Italy has actually increased, like in the number of cases, COVID-19 cases have increased. So if you even provide 1 week, like telling people to go once to the church, it will still increase the rate of cases. Am I right? I said that, as I mentioned, that efforts will be taken by various to prevent the spreading of the virus. So it includes the sanitization of the entire church. And as I mentioned, people will not be allowed to re-enter, as well as social distancing will be mentioned. And it will be mandatory for the people to enter the church along with the mask.
Delegate, could you